All right, hello my friends. Welcome to the next tutorial series looking at Starfleet 2 Krellan Commander 2.0. Again, I am nervous about doing this because I am insanely new to making tutorials. I know a lot about the game, of course, but explaining it is a different matter. So if I screw up or you still have questions, please leave them below in the comments. Now today, we're doing 3 tutorials. The first being the weapons tutorial that actually comes with the game. So we're going to go to tutorials. Whoopsie. Tutorials. And then, now my character's already done these. That's why the asterisks are there. Don't worry about that. We're going to go to weapons. Yeah, don't worry about this stuff either. It's tutorial. All right. Okay. Usually there is a grid for the orbit. I guess it's not in the tutorial. That's probably fine. It's all G. There we go. I much prefer that. So we are in orbit of an unknown planet. We have our shields up, as you can see. And there are 3 freighters in orbit with us, enemy freighters. Now, here's the situation. I'm going to explain to you the situation as it is right now before we start doing anything. These are your weapon banks right here. You have 1 phaser bank and 2 torpedo banks. And as you see, phaser, torpedo, torpedo. Now, the A means these are all on automatic. Automatic, automatic, automatic. So right now, each weapon bank is pointed at a specific freighter. So you have this freighter here is getting our phasers, and these 2 are getting a torpedo each. So for the most part, you won't have to fudge with this, because for the most part, your weapon system, your weapon officer, your weapon system is pretty good at choosing which targets to shoot at. But we are going to we're going to show you in this tutorial how to set things to manual, just in case you need to. It's also in the training manual, which I'm going through right now as I record this, so everything will be in order. So yeah, right now you see everyone's in orbit, orbit position 1, 5, yada yada yada. So right here is where you get to see where all your, and these are the torpedoes you have too, right here also. So now we're paused right now. We hit the backspace so we can pause. And right now there's not going to be a bearing because we're all in orbit, so bearing doesn't matter. So right now I'm going to unpause and fire our torpedoes using the delete key. So I unpause with backspace. Now here's the thing. This is a new thing that was added recently, where if you want to disable and board these guys, you want to set your weapons to disable. Right now they're set to destroy because they're red. You see in the weapon column here, they're red. That means they're set to destroy. So we're gonna set that manually for the next next bit. So we're gonna leave them alone. Now I don't know if you saw the torpedo. Oh wow, it missed. Oh, interesting. Let's try that again. Let's try it again. Okay, that one hit. Huh. Only 1 hit. That's weird. I wonder if it's a bug in the tutorial. Remember, I am playing with a beta here. Okay, so as you can see, one of the ship's shields is out. We're going to do boarding in another tutorial. So we're not going to worry about that right now. Let's say we want to set our torpedoes to disable. All right, that's what we're gonna do. Yeah. So I'm just gonna show you it. So you go to B, combat systems, and then W, weapons. We're gonna talk about the combat command control in another tutorial. So weapons. Now we have torpedoes. We're going to set torpedoes. Now we're going to select torpedo 1 setting to standby because we can. And we're going to set torpedo 2 to disable. And we're going to see the color change. See? The color's changed. So right now, one of our torpedoes isn't going to fire, and the other torpedo is going to fire the other torpedo is going to fire a disable torpedo, not a destroy torpedo. So we just fired our phasers and hurt that one. Let's fire the other torpedo. Right. They've lowered their shields. And you see the other torpedo didn't fire because it's on standby. Sometimes if you're getting low on torpedoes and you want to, save some torpedoes, you might do that. That sort of thing. Now, let's do this. Let's do one more thing. We're going to set our torpedoes to manual. So, boom. Torpedo 1, we're still going to disable. Which is disable. Oh, no. Hang on. Up. Torpedo 1 to standby. And torpedo 2, we're going to set to manual. And now the target designator box comes up, and we get to choose whichever one of these 2 targets. Let's say we want to target this one with our 1 working torpedo. So now we have targeted manually, and you can see this torpedo now has TM instead of TA. So if we fire, oh, that was phasers. I always get those buttons confused. All right. And see it hit the other freighter. All right. So that's the very basics of space combat. We can get in more detail. We probably will at one point, but that's the very basics you need. And in the beginning of the game, that's really all you need to know. More advanced combat will come as you rank up, and we are going to cover that later. We are going to cover that later in probably the next tutorial. Now that I'm thinking of it, but sorry, a little flutzing a little bit. So now the tutorial wants us to bombard the planet, which is fun. We're going to go to strategic, and then this is on the training manual too. So we're going to go to strategic command, and then planet, P for planet, and then bombardment M, and then we're going to set our mode. Which is going to be continuous. Then we're going to targets. Now, if you want to target cities, you can, but if planet has shields up, you want to use general, so it'll just hit the shields first. So you can target cities later, but we're going to hit cities since there's no shields. And then weapons, we're going to select both. All right, so now Now the weapons have been changed. As you see, none of the ships are targeted. And we're going to hit Alt-B to start our bombardment of the planet below. Oh! Now they've raised shields. Crap. That's okay. This won't take too long. So once we get the shields down, which shouldn't take too long, we have enough energy and torpedoes to get the job done. Yeah, this won't take too long. Yep, getting lower. A few more phaser hits should do it. Oh, almost down. And the planet shields are down. Now we're going to stop the bombardment, hitting Alt-B once again. Okay. Now, we've damaged the planet. Their shields are down. What do you do here? What if you don't want this planet to exist anymore? My friends, you have a wonderful weapon called if you go to combat, which is B, then weapons, which is W, obliterator pods, which is O. These only work when a planet's shields are down. So we're going to fire one obliterator pod. It takes 2 to destroy a planet. All right, and we have one left. And we're going to hit yes to confirm. And now we're going to get out of orbit. Beep. And as you can see, hang on a second. Well, hang on. It's going rather quickly. Let's take a look at the... don't worry about that. Let's see. Oh, damn. Ports. Oh yeah, we don't have messages. So it scrolled by, but it also showed that all the freighters were also destroyed when in orbit. Now with obliterator pods, you don't want to use those unless you absolutely have to. Those are like a last resort thing because you get more points and more medals and whatnot if you capture a planet. So while you have the ability to destroy whole planets, the higher ups want you to capture them. But sometimes you'll need to destroy a planet. Sometimes you're running out of time and you need to destroy a bunch of UGA planets, either by capturing them or destroying them, and you need to get things done. You use a few obliterator pods. You'll get penalized with the points if you use obliterator pods, but sometimes to finish a mission, it's necessary. And sometimes it's just fun to use obliterator pods. So that is the basic weapon tutorial. We showed you how to fire phasers and torpedoes, how to set them manually, how to set them to disable and destroy, how to put them on standby. We showed you how to bombard, and we showed you how to use obliterator pods. So the next tutorial, I'm going to try and set up a little combat scenario on my own because it's not part of this tutorial, and show you how this thing works. This is the combat. This is the CCC, Combat Command Center, Combat Control Center, one of those things. This gives you a little more finite detail into how combat is going. You can control a lot from here. So that's what we're going to look at in the next entry. So Again, I'm sorry. I'm new to making tutorials, so I probably fudged up somewhere. But if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for more tutorials. Bye-bye.